Our in-depth coverage on the president's impeachment trial continues. Joining us live in studio, Rhode Island Congressman David Cicilline. So yesterday, the first day of opening arguments in the president's trial. What are your early takeaways from what we've seen so far?
Well, I think what we've seen is the House managers have laid out the case against the president in excruciating detail. The president of the United States attempted to extort a foreign leader, to corrupt an American presidential election, to cheat to help him win in the 2020 election. And then he engaged in an effort to really obstruct Congress's investigation of that. And I think you'll hear today about the legal arguments, about the constitutional provisions that apply and that demonstrate this is a clear abuse of power and obstruction of Congress, both impeachable offenses.
So Democrats, like yourself, been pushing for new documents and witnesses in the trial. What are the chances, you need some help here, right, that 4 Republicans will sort of switch their opinion and allow this to happen?
Well, the American people know that a trial means witnesses and documents. It's a search for the truth. I've never heard of a case where the prosecutor is limited about what they can present to prove their case by the jury. So here the Senate has been unwilling so far to agree that the House managers can actually present the evidence to support the charges. I think they're going to feel increasing pressure from their constituents. The American people want a trial that's fair to the president and fair to the country, and that requires witnesses and documents.
So Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has argued that it was the Democrats' job to gather all this evidence and do this all in the House, and that you rushed through this and that your time has passed here.
Well, first of all, the Democrats collect evidence during the charging process. That's the House. This is now the trial to prove the charges, and certainly the president has obstructed or prevented a number of witnesses from coming forward. John Bolton has now indicated he would testify if subpoenaed, and that's only one witness. But look, this is a search for the truth. The House managers ought to be able to present their case. That means witnesses and documents.
Obviously very unlikely that the Senate will vote to remove the president from office. Are you concerned as a Democrat this could backfire as far as re-election campaign for President Trump? And there are senators that I'm sure would rather be out campaigning for president right now.
No, look, this is much more important than any politics. This is about whether or not we're going to allow this president or any future president, anytime they face a tough re-election, to reach out to a foreign government to assist. The American people get to decide who will be the president of the United States, not any foreign power. This is deadly serious, and I have no concerns. We have a responsibility to honor our oath, to protect the Constitution, and to protect our democracy.
Finally, I want to turn away from impeachment, talk about this area. There is some bipartisan agreement, and that has to do with the antitrust investigation you launched over the summer, looking into whether big tech companies like Google and Amazon, Facebook are illegally anti-competitive. Where do things stand on this topic right now?
This has been a very bipartisan effort. We just had a field hearing in Colorado where we heard from Sonos and Tile and Basecamp, some smaller companies, entrepreneurs, about the impact of these very dominant platforms that are engaged in a very serious anti-competitive behavior. We're near the end of the investigation. We hope to have it done by end of March, early April, with a set of bipartisan recommendations to get this marketplace working properly.
Congressman David Cicilline up early with us this morning. Really appreciate you coming in.
My pleasure.
All right.